Oh, we live? I got a cup of tea. I should have waited till Kerbal was loaded. I actually got a bunch of other stuff to do tonight. I was tempted not to um, play Kerbal, but yeah, we're playing Kerbal. Searching for active stream. Sorry, my code. I'm just looking at the code on the console window on the other monitor. It just says searching for active stream, and it says waiting for KSP to launch. Well, KSP is launched, but I haven't started the KSP server yet, and still looking for active stream. Maybe I have to restart the thing. Come on, load Kerbal, load Kerbals. Kerbals are load. Oh, the pappies are working. Right, that's a new mod I installed. The pappies. Squad KC, squad item there. So we've got 3 sets of pappies. Save us what? Reload pappy config. So there you go. Glide slope 3, 1.5. Okay, so it's quite a low glide slope. Well, I guess it's regular, isn't it? Because I think the steepest glide slope we have in the UK is London City, which I believe is 6.5 degrees. Right. Start the server. Start. Right. KSP connected. System running. Minimal CPU engaged. Searching for active stream. It hasn't found the active stream, so I'm going to Control C that. Get rid of that. Then I'm going to run it again. Right. Run that script again, and it should find the active stream. It's like touch my nose with a hanky, and I'll touch the microphone as well. Come on, come on. It says KSP connected, system running. Well, it's found the stream, JH3-UNRYB. That's what it should say at the top on the active stream. Okay. So, and it says KSP connected. All right. We will see if the Kerbals chat at all. We need to do some. We got no active contracts. We'll do a contract. We'll see a contract. Cadrin. All right, we're going to get Cadrin. Right, let's go get Asbol and Cadrin. Size data on the surface of the Mun. Could do that, couldn't we? Recover the component from orbit of Kerbin. All right, okay. Let's go here, and then we'll see what we can do. And then we'll do some exploring with an aeroplane later, I believe. That's what I'd like to do. Do some aeroplane exploring. Right, well, let's load that. Right, and then save Asbol, save catch. We got this one's really for tourists. All right, okay. Well, oh, we need to use the older one, the other one. So we need to do 72. 72. None of two. Right, we're going to stick more parachutes on the Dubray. Stick some more parachutes. We've got a smaller parachute. Smaller parachute. Right, we'll stick a smaller parachute on here. We'll stick some CX. Right. Actually, we could just take that parachute and just XX. There we go. Now 4 of them. So where's that? It's there. Oh, right. Hang on. We got an issue. What parachute is that? They're the drogues. Oh, I got a cat that's meowing behind me. Oh, kitty. We played. And they're all going. Hang on, that's there. That's there, that's there, that's there. That's there, that's there. Right. And they're the main chutes up there. That's the droves up there. And these should be the droves down here. Right, okay. Oh yeah, I was going to give my cat some treats. Let me just give her some more treats a sec. Okay, she's crunching some biscuits. She's crunching some biscuits. I can hear her crunching the biscuits because I put some biscuits in a bowl. She meowed and I was like, "What does she want now?" She just had fresh chicken. Well, freshish chicken. It's about 2 days old, but it's she just had chicken. What are we doing? What are we doing? What's the next thing we're doing? Right, this one's save. Right. Bothered by this? I'm tempted to replace these with a bigger one so we got a bit more puff. We could do that as well, can't we? We have mass. No. Motors, engines. Right. Now some aerodynamics on it. Aerodynamics. It will have that, right. So those are there and those can go down there. So they're all firing at the same time. Those, and that. Okay, and then I suppose we could stick some things on it. Just give it a bit more. Right, do that. And then what we're going to do is this one, we're going to reduce the throttle a little bit. 80.5. And then it'll. So that'll run out first, that'll run out first, and that'll run out second. Okay? Right. Because I wanted a bit more, because I was struggling to have this come back with enough fuel, and so we're just trying to improve it. To make it more reliable. Thing is, now we've increased the cost. Right, and I've got a cup of tea, so I'll mute when we're launching so I can sip the tea. Turning off automatic scene switcher, so we go back to Kerbal, so I don't switch when I go out of Kerbal. So that's a bit annoying, I think. F5, put throttle down. F5 again. Is the microphone on? Yeah, the microphone's on. Scratch, 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 scratch. I took that histamine earlier. Still scratching. Where's my kitty? She's finished her biscuits and she's not in the buffet. I got a cup of tea, so I'm going to sip my cup of tea while we cross the threshold into orbit, into space, not necessarily orbit. It's on desk. Come on, come on. You're going to come across. Come on. You're going to have fun. It's a cat on desk. Go on. Thing is, I gotta turn my chair sideways, and she's got to walk across me to get onto the floor. Hang on, let me just pause what I was listening to on the other monitor. You're angry, are you okay? You okay, Sid? I mean, if you want to talk about it in chat, you can, but remember, it is a public chat. No. Okay. It's okay. Just relax and watch the stream then. So I've been studying for 3 months, yeah? And I got 84% on science, which means I'll not be getting KSP. Oh. So it doesn't. Who doesn't even study a single bit? Gets 94. Yeah, sod's law sort of thing there. It's just frustrating. Yeah. Sorry about that. Just hate people who just don't seem to do any studying and they just get. Yeah, some people are just like that, and they don't have to do any studying. They pass everything. Don't be so hard on yourself. You did the best you could. I'm a bit frustrated and curious on what I got wrong. Yeah, will they tell you what you get wrong when you get your papers back? I mean, I assume they should do. What are we doing? We don't. We really don't. Well, that's a bit strange. How are you supposed to learn? You're supposed to learn from your mistakes. You know, if they want to keep you learning, they'd have to tell you what you got wrong. Surely. They're gatekeeping all the papers. Oh, there's a cat on the desk. No, hang on, I got a cat right on the desk and she's sat by the keyboard. What's she want? Come on, baby. I might have to go and give my cat a licky licks actually, because she's sat on the keyboard. My cat is right in front of the desk. Alright, hang on. I'm going to take a break for a minute to see what my cat wants. Because I can't have her sat on the desk while I'm live streaming. So I'll put the slideshow up for a sec and I'll be back in a minute. I just got to see what she wants because she's on the desk. Okay, sorry for the delay. We all love the cat. She's gone outside, or she's rather sitting on the door, so I make sure when she comes in, I'm going to go down and close the door again. She sat on the doormat. Right, what was I doing? Okay, let's go back. Let's turn off scene switcher again. Right, I ran as fast as I could. Right. We've got to save 2 Kerbals to save, and we got transmit things. So let's just launch this. Yeah, because she sits on the keyboard, so, or she sits in front of the monitor when she wants attention. So F5, throttle down. Excuse me. Yeah, it's going a little bit faster now. Changed the solids, the little solids at the bottom, because I updated. Rather than use the little half-height ones, I used the larger solids at the bottom. It's going faster. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to tell me. Yeah, what was that? Your name is Wen. Oh, Wen. See, I was calling you Sen. It was. I was calling you Sen. The reason why I was calling you Sen was because the first kanji in your name, or Hanzi, looks like hot water. So you've got onsen, which is like a hot spa, and I was just going on that. Though really, it's the on that is the hot water rather than the sen bit. And I thought sen was just an appropriate name, so it wasn't far off. When? I need to study more kanji. I've got a little kanji app on my phone, and I try to study every night. Orbi. Orbi? I don't understand. Orb. Orb used to be the name of a freaky owl that was on television, I believe, in the 80s. Orbit. Yeah, we're going to orbit. We're not quite in orbit yet. In order to get into orbit, we've got to make sure the periapsis is above 70 to be in orbit. Because if the periapsis is below 70,000, then we're suborbital, means we're coming back. Because in Kerbal, there's a hard atmosphere, the ends at 70,000. Of course, in real life, the atmosphere just gets less and less dense as you go up. But in Kerbal, there's a hard limit at 70. Any ideas on what design I should troll around with as an ICBM in Juno New Origins? I don't know, because I haven't seen Juno New Origins. When you say ICBM, do you have aerodynamic control, like aerodynamic surfaces in the game? You know, wings? Do you have access to wings and tailplanes and that? Because the reason why I asked that is my favourite rocket is a Bristol Bloodhound. And it's a missile. It's a surface-to-air missile. So you could do something like a Bristol Bloodhound. A Bristol Bloodhound is interesting because it's got it launches. The first stage is 4 solid motors, and they drop off as soon as it is within 5 seconds as it launches. Yeah, look up Bristol Bloodhound, and the sustainer engine. It's got 2 ramjets, 2 scramjets or 2 ramjets. Top and bottom, but the rear surfaces of a Bristol Bloodhound are fixed. So the tailplane and the fins are fixed, they don't move. The main wings, the whole main wings actually move. And it's really weird the way it works, but the whole main wings move. And that's how it controls itself. So it's got roll control, it's got pitch control, but it has no yaw control whatsoever. That's my favourite missile rocket. And it's got 4 solids that just gets it up to speed and gets it the ramjets go in. Once the ramjets go in, the solids drop away. And yeah. But it's got that really weird control system where the main wings won't move. So I don't know if that's possible to make or something like it, or just experiment with the way the thing moves and is controlled. Oh yeah, it's possible. So that's something to experiment with. Yeah, they were launched surface to air, and they're even able to be carried on trailers and that, and moved around. But not accurate. Yeah, you might not be able to get it accurate, but you can at least experiment with it. Yeah, it's going to be more bigger or smaller. Yeah, and there are multiple different versions of Bloodhound, and basically they just changed the front fuselage, just made the front fuselage bigger. I think they had like more fuel or a bigger warhead or something. Right, there's that one there and that one there. Let's go for this one. Space station. That's cool. Okay, there's the descending node. So we'll do an ascending burn. 1.4 degrees. You mostly focus on orbital while be mostly suborbital. Yeah, I mean suborbital things, I mean, sounding rockets and things like that. Well, that's another rocket I was just thinking of. Is Skylark. It's got a very small. The Skylark rocket has got a very small first stage, or solid first stage, I believe, and then it's got a long, thin liquid fuel stage that takes it suborbital. So I mean, there are things like sounding rockets. Now, when people think of rocketry, they always tend to think of just going into orbit. But there's lots of cool rockets that just are suborbital. I mean, you got New Shepard, for instance. The what's it called, the Blue Origin thing. Yeah, Skylark rocket is another one to look up. And Skylarks were launched. The test launches were done from my country, Wales, and you tend not to associate Wales with things going into space, but Skylark rockets were the only things launched from Wales that got into space. They were tested at Aberporth, and there's photographs of Skylarks being tested at Aberporth. Yeah, Aberporth is a small airfield owned by BAE Systems. It's used for testing. They use it for testing drones these days, or drone technology. And originally it was for testing suborbital rockets. So you added 4 side solid rocket booster and 1 main booster, so you also added wings. That's what we don't have in Kerbal, is scramjets, ramjets, is it? Proper ramjets. I know there's probably mods for it, but I don't add mods like that. Yeah, you only got the free Juno New Origins. I didn't know there was multiple versions. I still haven't looked it up. At least it's 3D, yeah. Because isn't there another game that is 2D and you launch 2D rockets? SFS. Oh, that's what SFS is. Because people mention SFS as well. I don't even know what they're talking about. Okay, we're going to get this Kerbal now. Well, that's a problem. Can't turn. Are you still doing the Bloodhound analog? You know, Bloodhound like, because you've got that weird control system that. Yes. Yeah, see, only the main wings move, and it is really weird. So, yeah, actually, yeah. The fact that they need to use gyros, sadly. Because, I mean, I don't know of any other rockets that use anything like that. It's such a weird control system. Can't use WinFS 2. F5. Right, let's bring this Kerbal back. Right, once we get this Kerbal down, I'm gonna go to toilet and then see if my cat is inside, because I can't have the back door open when just because she's sitting on the mat. Cat sat on the mat. You can't even control this thing. Keeps tilting forward and I die. Yeah, I'd like to know why the hell they did do such a weird control scheme on the Bloodhound. The nose wing. That's the problem. So I ended up with this weird variant. Turns out it's not. It keeps dying. So got rid of the wings and still kept dying. But every time you do make a change, you're still getting feedback of what's working and what's not working. It's because of one solar panel. Or was it causing any aerodynamic disturbances, or is it weight? All right. What I'm going to do is I'll leave this here for a minute. I'm going to go to toilet, and then I'll try and see what my cat's doing. Right, I'll be back in a minute. Good luck with that. Bye. Excuse me now, and I give her some treats. And it works. Now, James, now just have minutes to stabilise. The aperture, 1,000 kilometres. Does it use real world size planets and that? So 1,000 kilometres, that'll be in space, wouldn't it? Excuse me. I'm sorry, just been drinking tea as well. There's our new Kerbal. All I know is it exited the atmosphere. Okay. What are we doing? Science data from surface of moon. Oh yeah, tea is good. Yes, green tea tonight. I did have a normal white tea earlier. What are we doing? Transmit or recover scientific data from the surface of the moon. So my first lander is on the moon. It's the oldest thing I got, I believe. The oldest vehicle still around. There goes my first moon lander. It's still here. Left it here. Review data. Oh, it's got data on it. Right, I'm going to keep that. It's got temperature. Log temperature. Transmit. Still got fuel in it as well. That's it. We should have got the science data from the surface of the moon. Let's go back to the Space Center. Like a cat. Come on, what's she doing? Cat on desk. She's walking. No, she's parked a bum right in front of the keyboard. What's the matter, Kitty? Got a cat right in front of me now. What's the matter? I think she just wants attention. It looks weird. It's not what I added. No. What I added fairings because I need a heat shield. Yeah, because when you're coming in, so it's probably got a thicker atmosphere than you have in Kerbal then if you're going to need heat shields coming back. Because in Kerbal, the reason why I'm not using heat shield is because I always do the deorbit burn from low orbit, from like 80 by 80. But you need the heat shield if you're coming back from the moon or something, and you're coming straight in from the moon, and you're coming in at a much higher speed. That's why you need the heat shield, and I don't use it in Kerbal because I'm not coming back from that far up. I got a cat on my desk sat right in front of the keyboard. Right, we still got another. We still got another Kerbal to rescue. Hang on, you gonna move? No, she sat somewhere else. You forgot to check the staging. Oh, we all do that. Yeah, one of my rockets. I gotta remember. One of my rockets has got a what's it called? Should we look for it? Number 116B6, I think it is. 116. Because I got a staging problem. Oh, hang on. Open. If I type here 116. Right, there it is. It's one of these, that one I believe, 116B6. I believe there's a staging problem here. Is it here? No, it's not this one, it's a different one. It's... this one I believe. This one I've got a staging problem. The Separatrons fire at launch, and they shouldn't. See, those Separatrons fire at launch. So where's the Separatrons? It's those. They got to be up there. So that gets separated and the Separatrons fire at the same time. Right. Save. I've still got a cat on the desk. How do you manage staging in KSP? Well, these are stages at the side. So you press space to fire each stage, and so there are the Separatrons there. All I have to do is just move them between different stages, and then that's it. So you just drag and drop. So you have a dedicated pane, a different window for that, is it? But because spacebar is the one that fires all the stages, it's really easy to accidentally knock it or hit it. Or if a cat's tail drags across the keyboard, she's sat on the desk. Right, what are we doing? We're gonna let's open up 72 again. Let's launch this and get that other Kerbal back. Right, let's try and fly this now with a cat on the desk. F5. Space. It's so hard to control SRBs. Yeah, see, most of the SRBs, like in Kerbal, most of the SRBs have no control at all. They just fire and forget. But in real life, the SRBs on the shuttle and SLS actually have vectoring at the bottom, which is something I didn't used to know. I didn't know they actually did, but apparently they do. And in Kerbal, the larger SRBs actually have control. Well, I mean, in real life, like the small booster engines and things on the side of Delta and that had no control. Delta 2? Thinking of? prograde and keep the heat shield down. Since heat shield is at, oh, you got a heat shield at the top, have you? Oh, well done, well done. You got it to work. See, just a gentle development of your rockets, and you know, cat is now on the arm of the chair. You're gonna come down. Hang on, I got to move my chair so my cat can get on the ground. Come on, can you walk across? So I got to turn my chair sideways so she can get on the ground again, get on the floor. Okay. What's she doing? Oh, she's going on the buffet, so she'll settle down now. Sorry, my cat just needs attention, and right, she'll be on the buffet for a couple of hours now. Right, where were we? Make sure we haven't missed our. Yeah, we're just coasting to Apoapsis. Okay, make another stage. Is my microphone still on? Yeah, the microphone's still on. Slowly approaching Apoapsis. There we go. Almost perfect orbit. 81 by 81. What, in Kerbal or Juno? Because what I'm going to do with this now is just rescue that other Kerbal, and they're in low Kerbin orbit anyway. Kerbal. Yeah, we're already in orbit because we did after the coast phase. So I just do a small burn to bring the periapsis up, so we're in orbit. So now we've got periapsis and apoapsis, 82 by 81, so it's more or less circular. Now the Kerbal's wreckage is round about the same sort of altitude. You're almost in orbit, almost. Yeah, burn, tilt it to the side and burn prograde. Right, it's a descending node there, so we do an ascending burn. Up there. Not enough fuel though. But that's a good thing about these games. You just make a mistake, or you don't quite get as far as you want, and you do it. You tweak your designs, and you just keep developing and keep learning. I think that's a brilliant thing about these sort of games. So you use a liquid hydrogen engine for the third stage. Is there different sort of fuels? I mean, have you got like Keralox and you got Hydrolox, Keralox engines? That is like so you got a hydrogen and oxygen, and you also have things like Methalox, which is methane and oxygen, and Keralox is kerosene and oxygen. Have you got that sort of options in the game? You don't have those options in Kerbal. Well, you're waiting to pass the Kármán line before tilting to 0 degrees. Turns out you didn't have enough fuel. Why aren't we doing it? Why have I got a problem now? Pressing the wrong buttons again. Pressing the wrong buttons again. Well, where's periapsis? I knew periapsis would be 77. Yeah, we could do that. Um, practically make practically making a missile and turning it orbital. Wait, do you guys like have a reaction wheels in KSP? Yes, there's reaction wheels in KSP2. Yes, there are reaction wheels in KSP2. In KSP, yeah. KSP 1, 2. KSP 1, 2, not KSP 2. Yeah, I'll show you now. I'll show you now. let's go into the sunlight. Yeah, this rocket has two. This probe has two. It's got that part there, the remote guidance unit. It's got reaction. It says there, reaction wheels running. You can turn them off. Reaction wheels disabled. Reaction wheels running. And that component there has reaction wheels in it. It says reaction wheels running, reaction wheels disabled. So we've got reaction wheels inside certain parts. That's why the RCS is on here. I can press R and turn the RCS off, and yet we can still turn it. But this one is over. It's got a lot of reaction wheel power compared to its size. The reason for that is because it connects with other things. That's why. Because it'll pick up larger stages. You're so close to orbit, so close. Keep pushing. Get there. You'll get there. $500G. That's another one. It's the same capsule. Okay. Right, status still doesn't work, does it? Hang on. Oh, it said it did. It worked then. It worked then. It says on the screen, current status orbiting over water. Orbiting over water at 4617. There you go. That is Mach 0 because it's in space. Are we trying to deorbit this guy? Yeah, there's a Kerbal in that in that capsule. Is one of the contracts I took on in game is to rescue this Kerbal. This Kerbal stuck in a capsule. There we go. Right, we control from here. Right. And T retrograde. So we're going to deorbit this. This is designed to deorbit stuff. We got the parachutes on it. It's RCS and a bunch of fuel. I mean, I have got ideas for better designs, but so you made it better. You made the missile orbital. Nice. You got it into orbit. What's the periapsis and apoapsis? Are you a big elliptical orbit or more or less circular? Because it's possible to have like a big orbit, like a big elongated orbit, or more or less circular. I'm a bit tired actually, and I'm falling asleep here. Elliptical. Don't worry, it's okay. We all have wonky elliptical orbits when you're learning. Everyone does. No, just keep trying. You know, do your like your gravity turn. You turn to orbit a bit earlier, then experiments and where you feel comfortable, and then just try it a bit more and just experiment. And that's how you learn. You learn to see what works. Yeah, there's barely anyone in here. There's no one in chat, is there? I don't know if there's anyone else watching. I mean, there could always be lurkers, but the viewers do actually go up once the live stream is finished. Over the next few days, the viewers do go up. There's other people who do come along and view the stream. I've noticed that in the YouTube stats. Eating spaghetti. Oh, hello, Rose Gold. Spaghetti. Spaghetto. Spaghetti. I haven't had spaghetti in years. When was the last time I had spaghetti? I can't even remember when's the last time I had spaghetti. Nice carbonara. You got me think, yeah, yum. I'm trying to think of a nice carbonara now. When have I had a nice carbonara? There's a place called Spooners. It's a restaurant in North Wales in Porthmadog. I had a carbonara there. That was really nice. Today is my birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Rose Gold. I'm pretty sure by now it's the next day for you. Yeah, it's the 5th of May. Yeah, one of my friends had a birthday as well. Yesterday, on the 4th of May. Yes, the 5th. It's 2:43 in the morning here now. 2:43 in the morning. Still not enough fuel. Status worked just now. I'm just going to test it again. I think anyone can write status in chat and it should still work. Yeah, see, Kadrian's just said status report for Pebble Cups flying over grasslands. Right, that's working now. Right, we'll try and get this here. Yeah, spaghetti. There's lots of different pastas. They've got different names. It's basically the same stuff in different shapes, isn't it? If you use the engine, try and get it to the runway. How close are we going to get to the runway? Thing is, we're burning off fuel doing this, and we also get funds for the amount of fuel we get on board. Okay, should we pick this up or just recover it from here? Guess we could recover it from here. Finally, into orbit. Getting into orbit when with your game? More of a circular orbit than you had last time. Apogee 300, periapsis 100. There you go. Is that more circular than your last one? Peril apsis. Sorry, you just said peril apsis and you're in peril. It's made me think, well, if your periapsis is in the atmosphere, it's peril apsis. I just thought that was funny. Oh, it's 95. Okay. Well, what we were doing yesterday, we were doing some exploring, weren't we? No, it's your first orbit still. Okay. Because you can get some really eccentric orbits. And like in real life, you got really eccentric orbits. So you made a comm satellite. What was the plane? This was the plane we were using yesterday, weren't we? We got something a bit faster than this. Because we did some exploring yesterday. With the planes around Kerbin. What's this all about? What the hell was I doing here? What the hell was I doing here? Oh, look at some of these designs. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. What is that? I don't know. I'm just going through some of the old aircraft I've got. I don't know what the hell I was thinking with this. It's got rockets on it anyway. Give it a test flight. You want to give it a test flight? Hang on, because this is years old. I'm gonna just update it. I'll stick the Hugo getting flag on there. Right, let's update it. So we've got the rockets, we've got the jet engines there, we've got the rockets there. So right, bring the centre of mass, centre of thrust, centre of thing. Oh, this should be all fine. Where is... Right, we'll test it with the without fuel in it. Test the centre of pressure without fuel in it. So it's got oxidizer on board. We don't need oxidizer on board. Doesn't need monoprop, and it doesn't need oxidizer on board. Right, okay, it should be fine. Surely it works right. Personally, I've never made a plane in KSP yet. Oh, Ben loves bacon. Oh, hi, Ben loves bacon. Yeah, I've just reduced all the fuel on board to this, and I've noticed the centre of gravity is over the wheels, so I'm going to move the wheels back very slightly. So press C, and then move them back very slightly. That should do. Right, we'll fill the fuel up again. Fill the fuel up again. Fill the fuel up again. Just full fuel, we don't need oxidizer. Full fuel. Full fuel. And it's got... Oh yeah, it's got the rocket engines on it. Oh, so we could have the oxidizer aboard as well. I've never made a plane in Junos. Making planes has always been a major struggle for me. Yeah, as long as you get the centre of pressure and centre of gravity and centre of pressure, centre of gravity and centre of thrust right. Like making planes, you've got the centre of gravity here. Remember to test it with and without fuel. The centre of pressure, which is the blue one, has to be behind the centre of gravity, but not too far behind. If this is in front of or really far behind the centre of gravity, it becomes uncontrollable. The main gear has to be behind the centre of gravity but in front of the centre of pressure. So that's why sometimes aircraft need a pole up their bum in order to stop them falling back. The centre of lift is something else. Like centre of pressure and centre of lift in real life are two different places, but in Kerbal we're basically looking at that. We're just looking at the blue ball. The purple ball here is the centre of thrust. The centre of thrust is best to have going through the centre of pressure, but it's more important with spacecraft than it is with aircraft. Take the brakes off the front wheels. Make sure steering's off there. Increase the brakes slightly, maybe. 100 will do. Right, save. So we've just adjusted this and look, we turn off torque. We don't need torque. This is an aircraft, not a spacecraft. So toggle torque off. Save. All right, we'll do a test now. We'll do a test. Hang on, just check the surfaces. That's got pitch and roll control. That's got pitch yaw. It doesn't need yaw control, and that only needs yaw control. Right, save. That was a great explanation. Do you think Soyuz rocket is efficient getting into orbit? Well, the fact that Soyuz rockets have been used for more than 50 years, they should be efficient getting into orbit. The design is still being actively developed. Right, let's stick a pilot on board. We'll stick a novice pilot on board. Let's just see how they do. What, Halbo? No. Jebmore. Lissel can go. Right, Lissel is the pilot alone. Save. Launch. Farthest I made it in KSP was landing on Minimus and the moon. Yeah, I mean, I've been to other planets. Well, I've landed something on Juno and one of the other moons, but again, I hardly ever go out of Minimus and moon orbit because it's too much of a faff to go out there. Oh, I installed a mod for the Pappy lights. It'd be nice if they were actually 3D models. The Pappy lights are so you can see your glide slope. Yes, when only reached orbit 3 minutes ago. Right, before we take off, I'm going to do down here is look at the pitch down here. I'm going to hold Alt and hit S, and it'll put trim on, put some nose up trim. That'll make it easier to fly. So F5, quick save. Right, let's let's turn that off. These engines are pretty loud actually. Oh, I pressed X, sorry. Did something just break? Just hit the ground. Oh. There goes me looking so professional I can't even fly this thing. And these are more powerful engines than what I'm used to as well. Pebble, yeah. Hang on. I'll have to put the volume down. It flies fine, it flies fine. I preferred the aircraft we were playing with yesterday actually. The aircraft we played with yesterday was much better. Notice how I'm not flying with SAS? See, there's no SAS, there's no stability control. Because if you can get the centre of pressure and centre of mass and all that in the right position, you don't need SAS. It's got a lot of roll control actually. It's got a lot of, it rolls a bit faster than what I'm used to. I think. So if we turn roll off there and just use roll on the outer ailerons, that should be a bit better. Or ailerons rather. Can it go supersonic though? I don't know. Push the throttles up. I don't have controls for the afterburners yet, so it'll just be dry thrust. So if you type status, it'll give you your max speed. Don't know if I can spell status. There we go. And Mach 0.62, so we're not quite supersonic yet. We've got the rocket engines, we could fire the rockets as well. the Kerbals will actually give, or supposed to give, speed call-outs every now and again. Every couple of minutes they're supposed to be giving speed call. Oh, there you go. This says Mach 0.82. I forgot, Pebble. What mods do you use? I've just installed the Pappy lights. There's that transfer planner I don't know how to use. Waterfall is the engine effects. I got this, which is a Kerbal loans. I got science alerts you when there's science to collect. I got some science experiments and aviation lights, and that's it. That's all I use. I'm trying to go supersonic first. Well, let's fire the engines, fire the rockets. Status. Mach 0.96. Okay, we'll see you in a bit when. Status. Mach 0.98. Mach 1.05, there you go, there's supersonic. Thing is, I'm worried about doing high G manoeuvres because I want to bring the Kerbal back alive. Because this is a career game, I'd like to bring the Kerbal back alive. If we shut down the engine, we're going to have too much throttle on one side. I'll have to throttle back. Shut down engine. Shut down engine. No. Hide actuation. No, just shut down engine. Right. Yeah, I'd like to bring the Kerbal back alive. We spent a good few hours flying a slower aircraft than this around yesterday on stream, just looking around, looking at the landscape, trying to find other places to go to. Oh, good, because, you know, EVA report. I'm not going to do an EVA report. It means them getting out. Oh look, I've still got gimbal free, gimbal locked. The highest actuation controls, gimbal locked. There you go. 319 miles per hour. Yeah, yesterday we were flying it from in the cockpit, weren't we? That's what we were doing yesterday, albeit with a different cockpit, the one with better visibility outside. A similar sort of what do you call it, instruments. So we've got radar altitude, we've got a VSI vertical speed indicator, we've got altitude, nav ball and a magnetic compass, and surface position. Can't see any buildings or Easter eggs out here. .1 Gs. Oh, we've been streaming for 2 hours already, I didn't realise. Yeah, people do ask about mods, what mods I've got. I should do a list, a formal list of what mods I've got, because I know that other Kerbal streamers that I watch have got a list where they just put like a URL in chat. And I mean, I could put it in the description. Oh, hi Wen, you're back. Yeah, I could just put like a URL in the description as shown, so, or I could just write it in the description of all the mods I've got, actually. 1.1 Gs. Yeah, we're not going to do any high G maneuvers. I don't want to hurt the Kerbals. The Kerbal chat script should actually, if they get into a high G situation, they'll change things they'll say. That's how I wrote it. I wrote the chat script, and they've got some unique responses that they'll say if they get into a high G maneuver, or different responses rather. A lot of pitch up attitude. It looks like we're pitching up more than what the nav ball is suggesting. It's only 10 degrees, it looks higher than 10 degrees. I am zoomed. 1.1 Gs, yeah. Oh, 3,058 meters. You know where I've got meters per second converted to miles per hour? I would like to see the altitude in feet as well, to be honest. When are we going to return boosters from orbit? Oh yeah, we got a bunch of boosters to return from orbit. Right. I don't know about landing them like SpaceX, because I find that a bit difficult. I tried it the other day, didn't I? Didn't pop those parachutes, but I'd rather land with the parachutes, to be honest. It's safer, because it's a career game and we want the money back from all the return parts. I mean, we can put it on the to-do list to experiment with it. At some other time, do repulsive landings. And that's a strategy. Thing is, with the repulsive landings, you've got to make sure you've got enough fuel on board, and with the parachutes, you don't necessarily need to worry about that much. You could always use fuel for other things. Remember, in Kerbal, because this is a career game, you also get money for how much fuel you land with as well. Thing is, with the cockpit view, you can't see the throttle position as easily. Mercury Atlas confuses you, because Atlas was originally a ICBM, wasn't it? Flight profile is confusing. Plenty of fuel, we can go other places with this. Alright, if I press C and we'll go to the outside view so we can try and land it. It's easiest to land from the outside view. I'm also adjusting trim. I have to adjust the pitch trim a lot as well in flight, just to try and keep it a bit stable. Oh, the markers here are just flags that I've placed at the end of the runway. I've got flags at the end of the runway. The thing is, with flags in Kerbal, you can use them as waypoints by double clicking them. So there you go. So that's just a flag at the end, at either end of the runway. And I've called it 0927 because that's the runway numbers, the runway direction markers. Right, let's try and use these pappy lights. Oh, we could try it. We could try it from the cockpit. Hang on. No, I'm not going to try it from the cockpit because we've got a Kerbal on board. But yeah, we've got pappy lights there. Because that's the one mod I installed just yesterday. I haven't tried it yet. Pappy lights are 4 lights at the end of runways. And what they do is they've got the lights are at different angles, and so you have, if all 4 white lights are white, then you're too high. If all 4 of them are red, you're too low. So if 2 of them are red and 2 of them are white, then you're on the glide slope. But I can't see the pappy lights yet. That was a good test flight, no? Well, this was a good test flight. I still think roll control is too sensitive on this. I can't see the pappy lights. It's meant to be a mod. Do you have to get closer? They're meant to be by there, you know, or either side of the runway. No, pappy lights not working. I did install it and they were there earlier. Yeah, not working. Not working. Brake, brake. There we go, using the brakes, slowly moving the brakes. What is this approach? Just a regular approach. We didn't, yeah, butter. Butter smooth, that was good. Yeah, it didn't just put the anchors on and put the handbrake on just then. You know, tap the brakes, get it slow down nice and smoothly. Butter. Okay, recover vessel. Yeah, it wasn't a bad flight, was it? Wasn't a bad flight. I'd like to do more flying of aircraft in Kerbal, actually. So maybe we could try and challenge ourselves to go around the whole planet in a stream or something. You know, bring multiple seats. Have scientists aboard with science experiments on board. 100% of value. All right. You wanted to bring the boosters back. I am getting tired, so I don't know how much longer I'm going to stream for tonight. So let's bring a couple of the boosters. We've got 1, 2, 3 in orbit, which we can bring back. Or 4, I think. We've got 4 in orbit, or 1 big one and a couple of the little ones. I just want a rocket. It's a type of lettuce, isn't it, rocket? sorry for making silly jokes. Okay, we got this thing. So we got fuel in it. Fuel in it. It's got a bunch of parachutes. We will set it retrograde and we'll bring this back. Right, 81 by 81, so it's in a decent orbit. This should be easy to come back. I say easy. Okay, there's the position we do the deorbit burn from. So warp to there. Set it retrograde. Yeah, something I didn't mention earlier when I was explaining the aircraft. Yeah, the aircraft actually pivots around the center of pressure. So it's pushing up or pulling down the center of gravity. The aerodynamic surfaces are. Right, F5 from here. Kerbin's atmosphere is thin. Yeah, it's only 70,000. So pressed F5. We'll do the deorbit burn now. I'm waiting for I got a little lander by there on this land. Shows you where the entry point should be. There you go. That'll do. Go back to here, and then what I do is I bring up the fuel tanks and I'll shift fuel between the tanks in order to change the center of gravity on the way down to give us some control. So I'll fire the engine judiciously on the way down to try and make sure that we end more or less around where the space center is, KSC. Yeah, I am getting tired. I am getting tired. I did, and on my other YouTube channel where I got face to camera, I did actually try doing a video where I held a paper plane up and tried to explain the center of pressure, center of gravity and stuff in aircraft. But I didn't think I explained it very well, so I didn't put it out. I didn't edit it. You know, I could experiment with something like that and actually script it. I mean, I have tried making little diagrams in Manim. Manim is the Python image library made by the 1 brown, 3 blue guy. The image library, and I tried making an aircraft in that and showing the central pressure, center of gravity, and that, and I just never did much with it. Right, so what I'm going to do is move fuel to the tank in the front and see if we can get it to flip round and have aerodynamic control. I'll slow down first. We're using up too much fuel. We go, and if we go to target, you should have aerodynamic control. There we go. Okay, I moved the fuel into the center tank. Thought I could improve the control, but I didn't. Now it's got problems. Can't for long watch prong. Oh, hi, Happy, because I'm doing an assignment and just taking a break. Status is working tonight, Happy, so you can type !status to get status of what we're doing in game. But I don't know if it works with probes. It worked with the Kerbals earlier. fly it? Can we fly it? Come on, we've got to fly it. Try and recover it. Back to the runway, come on. Cloud computing. Status. Oh, it is working, it is working. It says probe core. Status. Here we go, and try and get it on the runway. Try and get it on the runway. Quite get it. Not quite, is it? Yeah, we've over the flights we've increased the amount of chutes just in case, because we found having more chutes was more reliable to bring it down in one piece. Oh no, it's going. Timber. Okay, so much for recovering parts. See, what I was doing, I was shifting fuel up to the top to see if it would land horizontally, but it didn't. Because I want it to land horizontally. So obviously we could shift some of the chutes around. So we could bring another one down. We got a bunch out there. You had SAS on and you weren't vertical. Yeah, because I was trying to get it to go flat. I wanted it to go flat to land horizontally so that it wouldn't fall over. That's why I had SAS on. Okay, let's try it with this one. This one I think has got less parachute. Oh, this one's got the 4 parachutes on the top because I got ones with only 2 parachutes on the top, and I've got ones with 0 parachutes on the top. And I added these because originally I just had 4 at the bottom and 4 at the top. Right, we're coming back from 83 by 87. Do you know who the sort of people who do like parachutes? The people who jump out of aeroplanes. The people who jump out of aeroplanes, they like parachutes. You know, we got Kerbals who are on the moon and on Minmus, and they got parachutes. No, just in case. Oh yeah, getting tired. Let's bring this one back. Let's bring this one back, and then. 1% launching, 2% testing planes, 19. Yes, that's very accurate. Yeah. But it's just bringing stuff back. I mean, if we weren't playing a career game, we could just leave these or get rid of them. But what language is your username 1611? So I don't recognise the second and third kanji, but the first one it looks like on, which is hot water, and I believe it's a Chinese origin kanji. Of course, I don't speak Chinese. Chinese. Chukoku. Go. It's when. I know it's when. It's when. It means grace. It's a name. I see. Oh, Wen Hongen. Wen Hongen. Family name is Wen. See, Wen. Overshooting again, yeah, overshooting again. Get it? Is that it? Looks good, looks good. I think we're just off. Right, and we'll shift fuel into the front to try and get it to land horizontally. So I think we got too many chutes on the front, or we'll have to move them further down. Yeah, the chutes will have to be moved around. Yeah, originally I didn't have these little wings here. You know, originally it wasn't meant to be flown back, but I found I could fly it back, and then they added these little wings for a little bit of control later on. Yeah, we need to move the chutes around. Because I found it kept breaking the front, so I added more chutes, and we have to move the chutes around. There we go. Timber! Boop, there we go. That's why we have extra chutes. Right. Okay, we're on the runway, 100% from parts. Okay, what time is it? It's 3:35 in the morning. We've been streaming for 2 hours 25 minutes. I think I'm going to take a rest. I'm a bit tired. My cat's on the buffet. Sorry about the delays when I was streaming earlier, because I had a cat that was jumping on the desk. So 100% turn parts. Right, let me turn that scene switcher on so that when I... Oh, hi Lucas. Thanks for being here. Thanks for chatting. So I'll tab out, and there's my little kitty. Yeah, good night, everyone. I'll just go through. Happy, Lucas has been here. Wen's here. Happy, Rose Gold came in earlier. And we had a new chatter earlier. Ben loves bacon. I'm just scrolling up and seeing who chatted. Yeah, Rose Gold was chatting. When? All right. Oh, and Cheeto the cat. Understandable. Okay. All right. Yeah. It's we've been streaming for 2 hours 26 minutes. I am quite tired. It's 3:36 in the morning, and I'll be back probably tomorrow night. I don't know about tomorrow night, but the night after, because my parents are on holiday. I got to do things for them. All right.